Alright guys, well here we are back at this waste management site, albeit months later, and long past when I wanted to do this, but here we are. We've got all the tanks pumped out, we've got all the lines located. Yeah, we're ready to start digging here. We're going to start our trench at the building and come back, and then we're going to pop out this old cistern and dig our trench to our new tank location. I'll turn you around here and give you a better idea of what's going on. Alright, so here we are. Here's the old tank, just pumped out. This is where we're going to go in, the new line. It went down 8 feet. We're going to go past the old tank, and we're actually going to put the new tank right here. So that's the new plan. We'll get at it and set you guys up here, hopefully, and so you can see what's going on. Alright guys, well, we got the top of the tank exposed here. What we're going to do now is try to wiggle it around and see if it'll lift up and potentially drag it out of here. If not, we're probably going to have to cut it and leave it in place because we can't dig any more around it. We've got natural gas on one side. We've got the building at the end, which is it's going to start caving in if we dig any deeper or around the sides of it. And then we have the scale on the other side, so we can't have the ground undermining on that side as well. So, and then we have another natural gas line right at the other end of the tank. So I don't know why they put it in here, but this is what we're dealing with. So we're going to see what we can do. I'll turn you around and show you what's going on. So yeah, that's where it came into the building. There's your natural gas line. The edge of the tank is right here. So you're looking at about 12 inches. And then you've got your scale right there. So we can't really dig out any more than we've already dug out. And there's a natural gas line right there, so we can't dig out any further there either. So this is what we have to work with. So we're hoping this tank will just pop out of here nicely, which it probably won't. Guys, we got it dug out where the tank is going. Dug it down probably within about a half a foot of where it actually needs to be, but I wanted to dig it out today because the tank's not coming till Thursday, but I wanted to dig it all out today to make sure that the spot that we plan to put it in is suitable. Where it sits is kind of in a hole, so the water kind of gets trapped here. So I wanted to make sure that there's no water in there, and the tank is going to sit nice and not sink. We did hit a little bit of water, but I seem to have dug down a little bit more. It does seem to be pretty solid, so I think we're good there. So I filled it back in. It's not totally, but just so that it's stable. So then Thursday morning I'll come and dig it all out, and we'll get the tank dropped and connected. It won't take too long, but this was just a bit more concerning to me, just to where the old tank was, and we don't really have much options here. So this is where she's going. Don't mind the bit of insulation that's here. That's all going to be picked up, or for the most part anyways. But yeah, so we dug it out and we filled it back in. So, but that's where she's going, right there, right where the old one was. We were going to put it right here, but you know, after we dug out the old one, we had that all excavated mostly already for us. So, and then to bring this one back here, well, you're in the same kind of predicament. You're still in a hole because the water's trapped there and there, so it sits in here. So the worst part about this is we have to cross a natural gas line and a power line. So I think right there where the old one was is going to be just fine. This one is going to be set down properly, and the line is going to be deep enough so that nothing's going to freeze anymore. So yeah, I think we're all set here. That's it. We'll be back here tomorrow to dig out the holding tank in the other side. So we're going to get that done tomorrow, and I'll show you that as well. And yeah, all right, catch you later. All right, guys, well, it is now tomorrow, and we've started to dig for the holding tank. It's not looking good already, because 3 feet down I've hit water. So anyways, I'm going to set you guys up and so you guys can watch this, but yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure what to expect now, but we got to get the old tank out anyways, and then figure out what we can do. We're just sitting in a big trapped hole here. It's clay on both sides and sand in the middle, so where's the water going to go? Yeah, so I'll set you guys up, and we will go from there. All right, well, we're ready to yank this thing. Tied up, ready to go. We'll see how she comes. Hoping she comes pretty good because I don't have much room. So more room on this one than the other one, but I'm hoping she comes. So let's cross our fingers. Okay guys, well, as you can see, the tank is out. Came out pretty good. Unfortunately, the excavation is full of water, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, so it's got nowhere to go. There's your scale on that side and all clay here. Then you've got your scale on that side, and this is all clay right here. So in there is all sand where the tank was. So where's the water gonna go? Nowhere. But yeah, it's Tuesday afternoon. Tank is coming Thursday afternoon, so I'm gonna come on Thursday morning and get these fully excavated for the new tank. And yeah, hopefully the timing works out so we can get it excavated and the tanks dropped in relatively quickly, and that'll work out best for us. The bottom of it was buckled in two places, and the top of it on the one end was caved in, so I'm not sure if that happened after it was installed or when it was installed. I'm not sure. There's the one end, there's maybe a foot and a half of dirt over top of it, so wasn't much weight on top of it, that's for sure. The other thing is they left it pretty much empty a lot of the time. They had it pumped out a lot, so it just had pressure against it all the time, and no fluid inside of it to equalize that pressure. So I think that's what happened with that tank. The cistern in the front, it didn't have that happen because they kept it full of water all the time, so it had that pressure in it to support it. The new tanks are slightly smaller. There's not much I can do with that because I can't excavate any deeper, just given the location with the two scales right beside and the building right there. I don't want to start excavating deep and have everything start undermining on me. That's the last thing I want. So they're going to get what they get, and it's too bad it wasn't done right the first time. They never needed to be installed there at all. If I look out my window right here, see that tree line right there? That's, I don't know, 1,000 feet. That's their property line. And on the other side, you won't be able to see, I don't think. Yeah, that tree line there, I think that's about another 1,000 feet, I guess, ish. Why not put the tanks over there and have them piped in? I don't understand what the need for these tanks to be in this spot. And now, of course, I can't put the tanks over there unless you directionally drill, which is definitely an option, but they don't want to pay for it. And so I guess they're going to pay to pump out the holding tank every 2 weeks, and they're going to pay to have water hauled every 2 weeks probably. So it is what it is. They're going to pay for it in the long run. In fact, they're going to pay a lot more for it, but that's how it goes. For me, I just want to get this job done and out of here because this is dragging on. This has been months since I first came here and viewed this, and it got paused again and then reestablished. Now the second time was my fault. I didn't think I was going to have time to fit it in, but in the end we're having some pretty good weather here, so I decided to fit it in at the end. Maybe it would have been better to wait till spring, maybe not, I don't know, but either way, we're here, we're half done, and we're gonna finish it the rest of the way. We'll pick up in a couple days. Alrighty. It is the next day again, and we are down here trying to get rid of some of this water. It's working pretty good, but maybe not as good as I'd like. If you look, the water is draining towards the suction. So I gotta think it is working. And this part here yesterday, right here, I don't know if you can see or not, right here what I'm standing on. that was soup yesterday. There's no way you can stand on that. So it is working. I'm glad to see that, that's for sure. So hopefully we'll get enough water out of here so when we do dig it down another 3 feet, it won't be, we'll have some nice solid ground there. I'm hoping anyway. But got my partner here with me today. The other one wouldn't come, so she'd rather clean the house. Imagine that. But yeah, so this is what we're doing today. We're getting this all sucked out and hopefully dried as much as we can. And then tomorrow the tanks are coming, so that's the plan. That's what's coming out of that hole right now. So fairly happy with that actually. Just keeps pumping out like that. That should dry that area right up. Alright guys, no videos today. I might try a little later, but the camera's not working, so I got it plugged in and we'll see, maybe I get it fired up here in a bit. But we got the holding tank all dug out properly, right down to proper depth, and got some sand in the bottom leveled out, and we're ready to go on this side, and then we're going to go switch over to the other side, finish digging it out, and make sure we got some good sand in the bottom of it as well and level it out. The truck's going to be here in 2 hours exactly, so that's perfect time, and hopefully we'll be able to get a video of us dropping it in. Anyways, that'd be great, but we'll see. So here it is guys, minus 12 this morning. Was not expecting that. Yeah, so we're fighting with frozen pieces all over the place, but that's okay. We're dealing with it. It is going to plus 9 or 10 today, so yeah, it's crazy for this time of year, but that's good for me because I got another job to do after this one. So all right guys, well, we'll check back in a second. Everything's in place. Everything's looking really good. Got a nice 4 feet drop there. The other one is about the same, a little bit less, but I'm still happy with that. I've got lots of insulation for this job too, so we're good for that. Yeah, it went really well. The camera, I believe, died, so it's 0 degrees today, and I don't know, it maybe lasted 5-10 minutes, so yeah, real good technology. But everything's in place and we're ready to go. We're going to hook up our line here for the cistern, and then we'll get going on the holding tank. Permit guy's going to come out and check everything out for us, and we'll be on our way. Well, I guess this is the moment of truth. We're all hooked up and we're pumping in water. I could not line this up any better. First try, boys. Holy. Okay. First try. Oh, I just ruined all my luck for the next year. Well, guys, we are all done at this waste management job. Sent the inspector all the pictures and everything that he wanted. He's coming out on Tuesday to do a final on it, but it's all backfilled. There's nothing for him to see, so yeah, finished up. We are on to the next one. We both these jobs are getting late in the season, and they should have been done long ago. But this one coming up will probably be our last one for the season. Not that we can't dig. We can dig, but when you go to backfill, all the material pulled out is now frozen in big clumps, and you can't really make a very nice job. So, you know, if we get a job that's just digging in a pasture or something like that, where it doesn't really matter, well, that's not a big deal. But if it's in someone's yard, well, we want to make a nice finished job. So typically we're not going to attempt any of those. So this one coming up, this will be the last one. It's, I wouldn't say it's a big job, but it's a little bit more in depth. We've got to excavate around the one side of a cistern, and we have to trench that back to the new well line, and then trench that over to the pump house that he's installed. With that, we have to make another trench for power from the power pole to the pump house, and so that is all for our plumbing contractor. And after that, we have to dig 2 trenches to 2 new drinking posts. So, no, these drinking posts are relatively easy. These guys are right on a hill, so it's perfect. We can use the supply line trench actually for the first post, for the drainage for the first post, so we don't have to dig an extra trench. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, so not a bad job. We got to go. I have to dig past 2 natural gas lines, so not a big deal either, but we just have to watch out. And then we got to dig through 2 fence lines and across a driveway. We're going to dig down around 9 feet under the driveway, maybe a little more. Then we're still going to put insulation under there, just to make sure that driveway's got traffic on it all the time. He's got a heavier tractor that he uses to plow the driveway, so we're going to make sure we insulate that really well. Down 9.5 feet. It's not going to freeze anyways, but just in case we get a real cold year or something, we're going to have 4 inches of insulation on top. So yeah, that'll be our next job. Right now we're just picking up some of our equipment from this waste management job. I've got to go back and get my skid steer yet today, and that's it. Tomorrow we'll start that other job. I'm going to bring the skid steer there too. Whether I need it or not, I'm not really sure. I might use it for backfilling, but we'll see. Yeah. All right, guys. See you on the next one.